Hello and welcome to the third episode of Stories. It's great to have Miss Maha with me today. Miss Maha, small introduction about Miss Maha. She is a people and culture manager at New Country Healthcare. She is HR resource manager. She's HR professional background, and she has a lot of experience in HR field. And you can visit online LinkedIn her profile to know more about her. Miss Maha, thanks again for joining today in this show, the third episode of Stories.
Thank you, Jason. Thanks a lot for having me here.
Yeah, great. Miss Maha, how are you today? How are you feeling today?
I'm very good, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Great. Miss Maha, can we know more about you, your professional background? What do you do?
So right after my BBA back in 2005, I started working with a local bank back home in Pakistan as a recruitment officer. And then while I was working with them, I did my MBA in human resources.
Okay.
And while I was still working, still completing my MBA, I joined the Royal Bank of Scotland and ABN AMRO.
Yeah.
Basically, ABN AMRO became the Royal Bank of Scotland later. This was back in 2006. So from 2006 to 2010, I worked with ABN AMRO and RBS. So got the great experience of, you can say, acquiring a local organization and being acquired by the Royal Bank of Scotland.
Yeah.
So as an HR professional, once you go through an integration process and integration experience, I think it really enriches your resume because you get to learn cultures, you get to, merge organizations, you get to do change management. So that was a great experience. So back in 2010, I moved to UAE. The industry was similar, but not banking. It was retail. So it was not retail banking, but it was retail.
Yeah.
So I started working off with the Altair group. And I was again a part of, their HR department.
Yeah.
Worked with them for good 1.5 years. Then I was approached by a large local bank, the one and only, and you can say first local bank of UAE, Mashreq Bank.
Mashreq, yes.
And I was hired as an employee engagement manager for them. It was a very interesting experience because I was specifically looking after retail employee engagement. And from there on, I worked with them for good 5 years. My success story definitely is with Mashreq because out of the 5 years that I was with Mashreq, we won the Gallup Great Workplace Award for 4 consecutive years.
Yeah.
And we had, by the time I left, we had 65% actively engaged employees in Mashreq. So that was a great achievement for me because it was across 3 countries. I had Qatar and Egypt as well with me. And it was across, you can say, more than 45 nationalities, more than 64 locations in UAE. So it was amazing. And I think the management was awesome as well because they were very big on human resources and employee engagement. So you can say the leadership, push from the top was amazing. And that's the main reason why we got to achieve everything. And we went into the crux of even meeting a small teller and asking him how he is. So, it's not that you do the survey once in a year, you do it all the time, basically, across the year.
Yeah.
Post which I then moved to life insurance. So I worked for a German life insurance company based in DIFC. So I got the DIFC flavor of working in UAE as well. Because of course you have, the free zone, which is Mashreq, the LLC, which is Altair, and then the DIFC organization.
Yeah.
Post which I then moved to healthcare, which was a very different industry for me because at the end of the day, healthcare is something which falls under the vital sector. And I joined this organization in March and the pandemic hit us in March. So the thing is that you can say, I never stopped working. Let me just put it that way. And that's something that, kept me going because at the end of the day, for us, there was no work from home. I think I hardly worked from home for 2 weeks. And then I'm also not somebody who likes to work from home, but at the end of the day, it was an interesting flavor as well. But having said all of that, it was an amazing experience. And I've been with them for almost 8+ months now. And it has been a great journey until now.
Fantastic. So talking about success, you have been through success, you have been through ups and downs. How was the ladder of success for you? Obviously, there would have been so much toughest moments in your life. So could you explain in detail, how did you overcome all these toughest moments?
So my toughest moment in 2020 was when I lost my father.
Okay.
during the pandemic. So it was not because of Corona; it was because he had a heart attack.
I'm sorry.
But
Yeah.
but the toughest time was there because I could not go, and because I was stuck, and I was physically in Dubai, and I could not go to Pakistan to his funeral. And I think that was the toughest moment of my life.
Mhm.
And the way I got out of it was, you can say, by thinking of the good memories that I had
Yeah.
with him,
Yeah.
and thinking of the good times that I've had with him, the things that he's taught me, and I think working. So I made myself busy with a lot of work, and I think showing a lot of gratitude in everything that I do and I have, as long as, I mean, I think gratitude is definitely one thing that
Yeah.
humans learn,
Yeah.
and if you have gratitude, then I think you can just cross any difficult paths in life.
Yeah, it's so emotionally attached, and when things happen such we can't control, and it's out of
Yeah,
our hands.
but
Yeah.
I think the last memory which I have with my father was that I had talked to him at 11 a.m. UAE time, which
Okay.
was 12, which was noon in Pakistan, and he passed away around 12:45 Pakistan time.
Wow. Okay.
So I mean, I was the last child who talked to him.
Yeah, so you're blessed for that, and God gave you so much opportunity to have that
Yes,
in your life. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, I understand completely. The loss is we can't make it. Uh,
no,
yeah.
nobody can replace it basically.
Nobody can replace it. Yeah. uh, for any starter to for his feel like if he's going to do a new business, or if he's going to go for a career ahead, uh, if he's going for an interview, what are the three things would you advise for him?
I think the first thing, the you can say new people starting their career would definitely be to have the focus on what exactly do they want to do,
Yeah,
because at times they get confused on what would they like to do. Second
exactly.
of all is to build the network.
Mhm.
So learn how to build your network from the time that you are in the university. So when you're doing your internships, when you're doing things like projects, studying from teachers who are already in the corporate industry, who are already in various different positions, who can have influential, you can say, effect on, maybe even just getting you an interview.
Mhm.
That's something which is really worth looking at, because once you know that your network is your net
That's right.
worth,
Exactly. Exactly.
then only you will be able to understand why networking is so important.
You're absolutely
And
true.
not just network, in the, you can say, in your university. I mean, especially in a place like UAE specifically, I can tell you that
Mhm.
we have something known as platforms like Internations, which is for all expatriates,
Okay.
which is a German based, you can say, platform for all expatriates.
Mhm.
And if you join that, you will get to meet people from so many different industries, from so many different nationalities, and
Okay.
you'll get to learn so many cultures and make connections basically.
International.
um, yeah, internations. So I became a member 11 years back, and I was a basic member, then I became an Arbitos member, which is a paid one, and
Mhm.
now I'm a council. So now I organize events actually,
Amazing.
and the
Amazing.
highest level is an ambassador. So you have only one or two for a country, but at the end of the day, even if you reach the council level, I think it makes a lot of difference, and you can use that certain network of yours to do various different things. May it be imparting knowledge, may it be learning from each other, and so on and so forth.
Okay, great. So that's what you want to give back to the community. That's amazing, because your experience from the banking sector to the pharmaceutical or the medical sector, it takes a lot of challenge to adapt to the situation.
Yes, but I think the beauty of human resources is this, that we can go in any industry.
Exactly, exactly. People, people matters,
Yes,
man. Yeah,
people.
yeah,
And the reason I don't call myself an HR manager and I call myself a people and culture manager is
yeah,
because I don't want, to just confine myself towards human resources. I
yeah,
want to confine myself to, I mean, I want to, you can say, have the whole platform of people,
yeah.
maybe, of any kind or any level or any industry.
Yeah, especially when emotions are attached and emotional intelligence or emotional quotient, we talk about EQ, IQ, and all. So
Exactly.
that's an important role, people cultures manager.
Absolutely.
Amazing, amazing to talk to you. Thank you so much for coming live and imparting your wisdom, your knowledge to our audience. And
Likewise. Thank you.
God bless you, and keep doing what you're doing, and build up your confidence in whatever you're doing. May God give you the strength to take more
Thank you,
tough
Jason.
challenges.
Yes,
Thanks again.
absolutely.
Thanks again.
Take care. Good luck.